The preseason finale is here. One last dress rehearsal before the games actually matter. The Panthers host the Steelers on Thursday night. And while the starters won't touch the field, don't let that fool you. There's still plenty at stake. From a QB battle that suddenly got interesting, to roster competitions coming down to the wire, to whether the offense and defense finally look organized with their real play callers back on the headset. We're breaking it all down. But before we dive in, if you want to stay on top of every storyline this season, hit like and subscribe. It helps a ton, and it keeps you connected all year long. Let's dive in. Coaching matters. And this week, the Panthers finally get their regular play callers back. Head coach Dave Canales confirmed that he'll handle the offense and Ejiro Evero will take over the defense, after letting assistants run things in the first 2 preseason games. That's a big deal. Why? Because the Panthers looked sloppy without them. On offense, 9 of 20 possessions ended in 3 plays or fewer. 2 of them ended with interceptions. And the defense? An 11-play, 60-yard touchdown drive from Houston last week was way too reminiscent of 2024's struggles. So the question now is simple. With the real shot callers in place, does this team finally show a little rhythm? Of course, it's not just about the coaches. The quarterback situation also got a little more unpredictable. The Panthers won't have Bryce Young. They won't even have Andy Dalton, who's nursing a muscle strain. That means Thursday night belongs to Jack Plummer and Bryce Perkins. Plummer had his shot last week and struggled. Just 5.9 yards per attempt. 2 interceptions. 6 possessions that went nowhere. Perkins, though? He's no stranger. He was just named MVP of the United Football League. And he's got NFL experience with Sean McVay and the Rams. Is he a long shot? Sure. But this is the kind of opportunity players dream about, a primetime audition, not just for Carolina, but for every team watching film across the league. If Perkins shines, Plummer's spot as the developmental project suddenly looks shaky. And while the quarterback drama will get headlines, it's not the only battle coming to a close Thursday night. The Panthers still have jobs up for grabs. At kicker, it's Matthew Wright, the journeyman veteran, versus undrafted rookie Ryan Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has momentum after drilling a 52-yarder in Houston, but Wright has the NFL experience. This could be the last look before the decision. At safety, Nick Scott is trying to hold off rookies Demony Richardson and Lathan Ransom. Canales himself gave Scott some praise recently, but rookies always bring energy when roster cuts loom. And then there are the bubble players. Wide receiver Bryson Tremaine, linebacker Bam Martin Scott. Names that might not be household yet, but could sneak their way onto the 53 if they show out against Pittsburgh. So here's what Thursday means. We finally get to see how this team looks with Canales and Evero calling plays. We get clarity on the backup QB spot, with Plummer under pressure and Perkins looking to surprise. And we'll find out who wins the last few roster battles that could define depth all season long. It's more than a preseason game. It's a final audition. Now I want to hear from you. What are you watching most closely in the finale? The QB battle? The kicking competition? Or one of those roster bubble guys fighting for their dream? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a thing. The preseason's ending, and the real fight's about to begin. Keep pounding.